Elevations to everyone in the collective. We are back. I don't know how many lives I'm gonna get out today, because I've been feeling really emotional today. Like last night, like that live was heavy for me. I was not ready to share that. I just really wasn't. But if I'm guided to do so, I shall. But it has put me in a very up and down like emotional state today because it's really hard. It's really difficult to experience the things that I've experienced and share them. There's plenty of things I've shared and been transparent with y'all about, but some things, like I already done lived like people saying that I was crazy and delusional and needs to be locked away and something was wrong with my mind and something was wrong with me. So sharing that last night, I was trying to save that until the very end. Until the very end. Like I was trying to put that off so hard, so long, so much, but I guess it needed to be shared. I know it's people out there that know that I'm not lying. Okay, so very emotional here. We're gonna get into another energy read. I'm gonna clear the energy. Trust me, I done did so much spiritual everything cleansing today. But I know I'm not crazy. I know crazy people don't admit that they're crazy, but people know. I'll be transparent on my channel collective because I want y'all to know that I know people experience stuff and you don't want to talk about it to people because everybody that you try to speak on supernatural events, paranormal activity, your dreams coming true, having prophecies, having waking visions, having just different stuff going on with you. Like you share it with the people around you, closer to you, that you feel like that will, hold you and support you and stuff like that. And they turn you down and they make you feel like you're crazy here because the truth is they're uncomfortable with it and they don't they fear what they don't know. They fear what they don't know. So I be transparent with any and everything that I possibly can that I feel comfortable with. Last night I was not comfortable with that, but again, that would kind of be like me being a hypocrite saying that we got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So I had to get comfortable with that, with something that I wasn't ready to share, that I was divinely guided to share here. Okay. And that's only because I need to be able to show by action that I'm not just saying things to y'all, but I'm actually practicing them, that I actually put them into motion. I actually implement this stuff into my life on a daily basis here. So people will feel comfortable enough, and it don't have to be to me, but feel comfortable enough within themselves to realize that, yeah, that crazy out of this world stuff that happened. And people try to make me feel like I was crazy for it, but I know what I know. I know what happened. I know what I experienced here. And you can put your pain at ease, your pain of mental stress and doubt of self, and even doubt of your own mind capacity to eat at ease here, because you're not the only one. People need to know out there you're not the only ones that experience crazy shit. We live in a very mysterious plane of existence that they try to make us feel like that if you experience anything outside of what we say is the norm, then you're a crazy person, or you're going to be hunted down, hunted down like whatever, and you're going to be, everybody's going to walk away from you. Nobody is going to support you here. Okay. And I know it's not just me. I have many great people that I have followed before, that I have followed their teachings, followed their lectures. I mean, all of them. I even went into the books that they've cited and the sources that they've given out and stuff like that. And I know I'm not crazy. There are many people before me that have spoken on the same thing. It's just more people are awakening right now. And so y'all, you need to have everybody needs to have a safe space, because you're going to experience a lot. of paranormal shit, a lot of supernatural things, you know? You're going to. It's going to seem so far-fetched. It's going to blow your mind. And you need to know that you have safe spaces out here of people that experience the same things. And and if you can't be your own voice, there are people like me that can be the voice for you simply by being transparent here. Hopefully it'll give people enough courage to speak out as well on your own behalf or however you see fit. So I wanted to before I even start, I just wanted to give a confirmation. We know we can't cross talk across channels and stuff like that, but confirmation on that hashtag Warzone. I got that name Marcus yesterday, even though it was pronounced differently, but I got that name Marcus, or in the other live I did, and I was talking about the people meeting on a yacht, possibly Ben's yacht, in the middle of the ocean here, trying to not to be seen or heard, or thinking their conversations can't be seen or heard, or can't be tracked or traced here. And I picked up on the name Heavy Marcus, Markus, but nonetheless, I got confirmation on that. And with the message that came along with hashtag Warzone, like, yeah, I've been dreaming it. So this confirmation to my soul tribe, my people out there, and my divine intuitive people that get the messages, whether you have a channel or not. If you've been getting those downloads, you're on that frequency. Yeah, I've been dreaming it for quite some time. So another confirmation collective, if y'all were on any of the lives and stuff, I talked about that light bulb right there flashing, like it took a picture of me or recording, whatever the case may be. It could have even sent like ELF frequency waves towards me to try and knock my frequency pattern out of balance or whatever, so I wouldn't connect and get the highest divine message, you know. So but this morning, today when I got up, I seen some news coverage, and they were talking about Texas AG having a lawsuit, right? And it was talking about, I don't know what AG is. I don't know what that is, but there's a huge lawsuit going on in Texas here, and it's about people's smart TVs. And the smart TVs, LG, Samsung, whatever other brands of smart TVs that they have been found to been taking screenshots every 10 seconds of every single thing that you do, and then sending that data along with those screenshots on your TV serial number to their headquarters. So it's that's confirmation. And I just wonder who they sell that information to. If you're taking pictures of every single thing that you watch, every piece of music you listen to, your screen time, how long you're on there, who watches what, the channel, the profiles and everything, the type of subscriptions you have, even the payment information you put in, and sending that data back to their database centers of that particular TV's brand, then who are they selling that information to? Those on the dark web, those of the secret societies, those of the private sector that bid on us on the dark web and treat us like Truman shows here, and then they puppet things in our life. They set up certain things in our lives here because they think that they're because that they're a fake elite here, that they can continue to put us through trauma and turmoil here. They feel like that they have the ultimate power, and they don't. They don't. They just simply don't. Those elite people, they know my dream, what I spoke about last night. They know it's real. They know it's real. They just think that they rule this plane of existence. But trust me, it's falling. It's falling away. Because we're waking up and we're taking our power back. We're reclaiming our power. Our power, our energy is the one that runs every single thing. Every single thing. Ma'am, stop doing that. Go put that up. Just stop. Hey, hit that light switch for me. Thank you. Other one. Turn that off. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into a read.
To the school,
I got several downloads. You said you gotta go to the school.
Yeah. You don't gotta take me. I gotta run. I told you I got a game today for championship. We leave.
I forgot.
We leave on Wednesday, and I'm not coming back home till 11.
All right. Is it a championship?
Tonight is the championship. Next week on Wednesday, but I'm leaving. I think we're leaving at 5 in the morning. We leaving. We go to Radford, and it's till. That's regionals. That's what I meant to say.
Hurry up and shut that door before it makes that go out. I've been getting several downloads, collective, like several. I pray I didn't scare anybody last night. I'm not trying to put fear in people's hearts and stuff. I pray I didn't scare nobody. I'm not trying to scare y'all, collective. I'm not. If you don't, you can never really, like I said, be fully prepared for what is to come here, what is being revealed, what's about to be revealed, and it won't stop. Once the revelations, this is what revelations mean. Things being revealed here that were once hidden here. Okay. And so it's like it's a domino effect. The Epstein files, just the beginning, all the stuff, everything, bro. Even before the Epstein files, we had all this other stuff going on. The stuff with Diddy, all the people that were complacent with stuff. Now the celebrities are being outed here. All the politicians, all the people in the seats of false power, false positions of power here. The things that have been hidden from us is being revealed, but it's going to get so much more freakier. Okay, all we can do is just the most we can do for ourselves is just open our minds to the possibilities of what else is about to come out, because it's coming. It's coming. Like this shit is like this false matrix is falling apart. Okay. But again, collective, I don't be trying to scare nobody. So I pray that I ain't scare nobody or anyone, but no. Just trying to prepare people for when you encounter the dream. Because if you're in your awakened state, you keep healing and evolving and growing and ascending, you're going to have the dream. And you'll know. You'll know when you have it. You'll know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. Nonetheless, I've always been aware. Okay. I be trying not to give too much, but it is what it is. Cat's out of the bag now. But I be trying not to give too much information, but again, it is what it is. So I have always been aware that I was sent here. I was sent here to help and retrieve. I've always been aware of that. Okay. Strange encounters. I mean, beyond strange encounters. Okay. And I've always been aware of my existence in planes before this. Always been aware of my original primordial state or life. Other experiences, other lifetimes. I've just always been aware. And I try my best normal here, to have a normal life, because you just simply don't want to, they scare the shit out of you, especially when you experience stuff with your family members and stuff. And a lot of people have went through this in the collective. I've seen many people on TikTok, influencers, content creators, or just people sharing their stories on TikTok and different platforms, and they talk about how they had spiritual gifts of prophecy here, of levitation, of mind reading, of reality bending, matter bending, and stuff like that. And they talk about how their families made them go to church and took them before pastors and priests and stuff like that, and made them denounce their gifts and said that they were evil, that they were demonic tools of the devil, and that they were evil to them. denounce their gifts. So in that, and then you realize like your family, you grew up around your family, and then they're all whispering like, and as a kid, like as a kid, like something is kind of different. But you are aware of yourself. I don't know how to explain that. When you are born awakened, you are aware of yourself, who you are, where you came from, what you're meant to do. You're aware, but you're not aware because you're not properly taught. You're not properly guided here. You're not that what it is that you do, which seems very supernatural to people, that it's a gift from God. You're being told you're a demon. So you grow up and you say being told you're a demon here, but you see what you do is not anything demonic or wicked here, but everything that everyone else, all the adults around you that call you a demon and that whisper behind your back and stuff and say something's wrong with you, and that you scare them and stuff like that. Like they do the demonic shit, the evil shit, and you're just like, that's not of God. But you always have an awareness. When you are aware of self and you born like I was born, you're aware of self, so you're aware of God. Okay. But in growing up, I fell into the karmic traps of being very low vibrational. I had a bad attitude. I would fight anybody. Okay. I skipped school in middle school because I didn't have a lot of parental guidance or overseeing here, nor anybody that really showed me anything, because it just is. Okay. It just the way things were, like skipping middle school, going to freaking smoke weed at 12 years old and stuff like that. Trigger warning for somebody. Like a lot of things that I did, I knew they were wrong, that I could get in trouble for it, but it was more so like who gonna do something to me? Like they're calling me wicked or a demon. I might as well act that way. You know what I mean? So I grew out of that real quick. I went through the experiences of it, and it was, but the paranormal, supernatural activity, it never ever stops. Even when I was in karmic energy, it never. Is that your ride? Go ask Nala, is that her ride? Hurry. So, we're gonna get into a collective. Now that the cat's out of the bag, the wild cards are wild. That's why I call them wild cards, okay? Because they are wild. Every subject on there, we're gonna get into it. That's your ride. Who is that? Oh.
Hey, can you hold on just for like 3 minutes? All right.
Little information as possible. If I find out you're talking too much, I'll never tell you anything again. My daughter. I'm saying, don't nobody need to know what I'm up to and how I'm doing. It's none of their business. If I don't tell them, it's none of their business. They shouldn't ask a child. That should be your answer. Ciao. Anyways, a lot of people, Chelsea, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Well, David Davis. That's a name, isn't it? Elevations, David Davis. Good pick for a name. Good pick for a screen name. Top tier, okay? Anyways, what else? There was something else I was going to share. I lost the collective, brain fog. So, what is this that's upside down? Changed in the night in the reverse. You have changed quickly in the reverse. Forget who you are. Somebody don't want you to change, collective. Somebody doesn't want you to see the change in yourself. What's this? It's in the reverse. The poison in the reverse here. So somebody wants you to. You're asking that, Davis Carter, can anyone cloak your spirit? God can, like God cloaks us. The divine will cloak our spirits here. Are you meaning in like a negative way? Oh, if you're asking like family members, lovers, people close to you, stuff like that, who want to keep you hidden, yeah, they can cloak your spirit, so to speak. If we say spirit, we can think of it as energy, okay? So they can cloak your spirit because and it can go many different ways here. Let's get out of the thought form or pattern or envisioning that spell work is just bippity boppity boo, cauldrons, candles, stuff like that. So people can cloak your spirits by one thing, like me, saying I'm crazy and stuff instead of acknowledging that I'm just different, right? They say that I'm crazy, but they're not even acknowledging. They never acknowledge the fact that they allowed me to be fucking studied and to be experimented on. Like I wouldn't remember that shit. Like the memory wouldn't come back to me. So that's a way to cloak somebody's spirit. You know what I mean? Like people just lying on you, but then doing the things that go against what it is that what they say. You know what I mean? So they can cloak your spirit because people from a young age, people considered me just crazy. They said, oh, because she's been traumatized, that was acknowledged, right? That I had been traumatized as a child and trigger warning. So they equated what it is that I was what I was doing, or the phenomenon that they were experiencing around me. They equated that to that, and then they masked it. They cloaked my spirit, my energy with lies. They can cloak your spirit with denying who you are, or denying that things happen to you, or denying that you're spiritually gifted, or denying, or even just pretending like it's not happening. People know they're fucking scared around me. They know they were scared. But I really, really try to be as normal as possible. Okay? Because they my family. And I want them to like me. Okay? So, never jam today and somebody wants you to drink the poison. Somebody wants you can't go back to yesterday. I don't want to give out that message. Lead the way. Somebody don't want you to be a leader. Somebody rather you be unalive than and not be here than to be a leader. They want you to feel like that you don't have a chance here. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be, empty words, not living in the now here. Somebody doesn't want you to live in the now. Somebody wants people to feel like you're not a leader. Somebody wants you to feel like you're not a leader here. Or somebody is very, very, very regretful of not supporting you, knowing that you had these skills or whatever as a leader. And so they want you to drink poison here. They want people to think that you're leading them down a dark path here, that this is a poisonous path, a toxic path to take, okay? You can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. Yeah, I know. And then it's always tea time, eternity, endless moments, and repetition here. Learn to be in the present repetitively. People don't want you to lead the way, to teach people to live in the here and the now. Be grateful. Having that cheat code of gratitude and appreciation is a cheat code frequency. They want you to be in endless regret and want people to think that it will lead them down a path of peril here. With the don't drink poison in the reverse, it's the same, drink poison. And to lead the way, this is talking about a pathway here. Okay? Like if you go down this pathway, it's going to be a pathway of poison or peril here. I keep hearing that. Like, oh, so somebody is trying to convince someone that they need to help them take action to stop you from being a leader here, stop you from growing up. Stop you from growing up here, okay? Growing into this leader here. People want to stop you here because they know that you have set your course here. And they know that you are rare and free. And you have the potential to be a queen or an empress, a divine being. Take it as it resonates here. And they want to cover up their errors because they knew this. Agreed, Barracuda. For the ones that believe in themselves to be so, I agree. You know, somebody wants to cover up the error that they knew you were a leader or you were meant for this great leadership role here. Okay. And they want people to, it's like they want to cover up the errors because they don't want you to grow into this leader. They never wanted you to grow into this leader. They always wanted you to be in this procrastinating type of energy here for whomever I'm talking to in the collective. Okay. They didn't want you to live in the present moment. They want you to be stuck in whatever past pain, trauma, or turmoil they tried to have you in or put you in here. And they wanted you to live that every single day so it would show outwardly here. So then when you grew up and you're supposed to grow naturally into this leadership role here, people would only see the trauma on you. See you later. And they can't cover up this. They can't cover this up. They can't cover this up. So they want you to drink poison. They want people to think that they are drinking or consuming of you, your word, your leadership, your guidance here is poisonous. I guess that's the next best thing that they coming up with, right? Now that they can't say that you're not a divine being or that you're not receiving divine messages. They couldn't say that you work for Satan. That's over with, right? They can't say you crazy. That's over with, right? They can't say you're a whore, a prostitute, a woman beater, a whore. They can't say that, that you're a terrible parent. None of those things work anymore. They can't say that they can no longer say you're lazy and that you don't work. That's no longer working. They can no longer say that you're poor and homeless and that you don't make stable financial decisions and stuff. That's no longer working. So now the only way to cover up their mistake is to make you drink poison here. Or to make people see you as poisonous here because of what you went through here. But also what you went through, it is the key that paves the way. Like I said, a lot of you may find that you are way makers in yourself here. What I say, it's on the floor. Leadership. Leadership. Somebody... I knew the messages were going to start getting weird. Somebody feels like you're an extraterrestrial peacemaker. That's pretty much what that was saying here. And then there's a performer, some type of musician, an entertainer, a dancer, an actor here that is possessed or doing dark magic here on a healer energy. So this is how this came out. Something this is giving me the energy of like I said, celebrities finna come crashing down. Beyonce, Jay-Z, they next. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I've been picking up on them. I've been picking up on this stuff since Blue Ivy was talking crazy to Jay-Z. I think it was last year, around that stuff with the first round of the crap that was going on with P. Diddy and stuff. Man, like I said, they next. So this is giving me the energy of like, we have been pre-programmed. We have been falsely led wrong here to think that the celebrities and stuff, those were the leaders. Those are the ones that we should follow behind, that we should fashion after, that we should want our lives to be like. That don't make them a fucking leader. Those people, I'm gonna tell you the truth. So in reference to what I said last night, right? Those people, so when they do their sacrifices and they go through their humiliation rituals, in which they eat poop, okay? They sit around a table at some weird little dark cult parties that they have, okay? They've all went through it. All the members defecate on the table on a big platter, and that performer eats poop. That's a part of their humiliation ritual. I kid you not. I kid you not. And They sacrifice usually their family members. Beyonce sacrificed Aaliyah. I'm gonna say what the fuck I need to say. Beyonce sacrificed Aaliyah. She would have never been Big nor Destiny's Child if Aaliyah would still be alive, and y'all, we all know it. And then there was a sacrifice of Left Eye as well. Don't forget that. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. You know, rest in heaven, rest in love and light and healing. So they do these things, right? And so once they do those things, this is like them proving their allegiance to the dark side, okay? Or to wicked workers of iniquity, right? So they get this fame. But this is the part. I'm going to tell y'all what happens is they get what is known as the keys or the elixir. So what it is they get the keys to either exit out of this system, and they go through what it is that I explained last night, right? They go through what it is that I explained last night. They can get the key to get out of the matrix, but the only thing is they agree to sell their souls, but AKA that means to sell their vessel. So they give their vessel up if they agree to take the key to escape the matrix, to exit out of here, okay? They agree to leave their vessels behind to be cloned, replicated, and different entities to inhabit their vessels and pretend to be them as celebrities and suck in all the energy of all their fans. That's what's going on. So that's what's going on. Or they take the elixir to share their vessel, stay forever young by siphoning all of their fans' energy and doing ritualistic performances on their fans in their shows, okay? And then giving it to the entities that they share their vessels with. Agree, Rose. There's actually an island. There's some very ancient that I've read, and they talked about, mind you, there are many, many, many islands. Like they had Epstein Island. Do you think that was the only island? There's plenty of islands out there that aren't on the map. Man does not know about them. But there is a island that vampire come from. It is known in, I think I read it in Filipino folklore, as well as, I don't know what else here, but it talks about an island where the vampire come from. We think of shit like the island of Dr. Monroe. Look. They there. They're coming out. Now they saying, oh, AI. It's AI. Thing is not AI. You got to use your discernment, collective. Because sometimes they put that shit right in our face and we think, oh, it's just a movie. It's just fiction. It's not real. Like, they've been putting it right in our face. I promise you. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna show y'all something else. Put out something else. So in the Matrix, right? In the Matrix, they made it look different, but I'm gonna show you that it's the same thing. So when they go into the Matrix, right? Or they plug into the Matrix to go in and do whatever it is they need to do, get some of their people out. You notice that Agent Smiths, they were teleporting into the NPCs, right? These were the awakened people. The unawakened people, right? Can you think of anything that reminds you of? Does that seem like how the Agent Smiths, they would just ring somebody's phone, they would come through and hop into somebody's vessel? That's possession. That's what that is describing. That's what was happening, is possession. How Agent Smiths were able to hop into any NPC's body, unawakened vessel. Through what? Technology, aka frequency that came through that technology. Yay or nay? That's possession. So, But this is the energy where there could be performers now that have been siphoning from divine beings' energy here to stay alive here. Divine beings, you go to those concerts and stuff in there. Look, we all done been to concerts. We don't know no better. but we have been made to believe to worship these people in such a way where they appear to be leaders. We wanted to, so to speak, fashion our lives after them. Salah, like thinking that they were the leaders. That was the way to go here. You know how many people have sacrificed and did so much dumb shit here in order to become a celebrity here? So not a celebrity of God, though. Not a celebrity of God. What these people have to do and go through in order to stay alive and retain that celebrity, that limelight, it's not worth it. So you got a celebrity or possible celebrities, groups of celebrities here now that are targeting healer energies, people that have healed, evolved, grown, that are awakening and healing the masses here. They're targeting them and possibly trying to possess them or trying to do dark magic on them with this devil card here. This is also giving me the energy of like celebrities. Like I noticed that last year they started coming out like on YouTube. I noticed people like all the celebrities. Listen, all the celebrities, Mark Wahlberg, Matthew McConaughey, all of them. And I think, anyways, they started coming out. Remember, they came out with that app, and it was like an app to a Bible app or something like that. And all the celebrities were being like the promoters in the face for these apps and stuff. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. Now they want people to follow them, want them to think that they're leading them to God when they've had all this time, all their career life, all their limelighthood, all their celebrity life. They have had all this time and never not one time have these people come forward, stood on stage and convince or advise anybody in the public, the masses that follow and honor them and are fans of them. Never have they once said, go to God, go to God. God is the way. Let God lead the way. Look within. Figure out who you are. Man, know thyself. Go to God. Seek God. No, they said, follow me. I'm the famous one. Watch my movies. Come to my concerts. Buy my tickets. Buy my products here. A lot of people just got to know that those celebrities are fucking clones. They are clones. They have already sold their vessel, the soul, their spirit in itself here. It's either they are either locked in jars. Their essences are either locked in jars because I believe that they stopped. And this is just a theory of mine, right? I believe that they promised those the keys, and those with the keys, they exited out. But I don't really feel like that it worked that way. I feel like they tricked them into thinking they had the key to get out. And when they went to go use the key to get out, their souls were entrapped and put in jars. I bullshit you not. And then they are sitting and enslaved in prison somewhere. That essence as someone else, a demon, an entity, wears their body, but the demon cannot stay in the flesh for too long. The flesh will rot because there's not a living essence inside it. So the flesh will rot too long. So they make repeated replicas and clones of these celebrities. Those are not the people. What's his name? 6ix9ine, whatever his name is. He came out and said they were clones. Remember they did that little skit, what looked like a skit on the red carpet with the black dude, and he supposedly came out like 5 of him back to back, different hairstyles, different everything, and they made it seem like it was just a skit of him, saying he had clones, but it was supposed to be like funny and it's supposed to be like a joke. Those people are fucking clones. And it's not them, it's the entities, right? So they have people really thinking like, even, modern people, regular folk thinking like, oh, all I got to do is sacrifice somebody, I can get fame and stuff. Like these people aren't even, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say what needs to be said. They're not even real rappers that's coming out. You're not true. You're not lyricists here. You don't even know most of the basic words in the dictionary. You come out and y'all become these lame ass rappers with these lame ass styles and stuff. And you all look the same. They all sound the same and they all are about the same thing. And the fact of the matter is they all just sell their souls and sacrifice their family members to get 5 seconds of fucking fame, not rapping about anything. I remember that it used to be like real rap, real hip hop. They used to say stuff that meant stuff, you know what I mean? But these new people, they really have been led so much astray that all they want is fame hood. Sometimes be a basketball player, be a pro something, be a rapper, be a singer, be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, Because they've really been duped into thinking that that's the way to go to be a leader here. Okay, and these people's vessels are sick, so they're doing dark magic on healers, possibly to siphon energy here because their vessels are sick because they can no longer siphon the energy of the divine. What? Then why you say that? You know when you say, "Oh my God," I'd be like antennas. Oh. Rose, you good. See you later, Davis Carter. Love and light. Here. That's too many. That's too many. Man. We got technology, look, and astral travel. What I was just saying about Agent Smith's technology and astral travel, that's what was happening. Those were possessions that we were experiencing. There's magic, okay, and murder, okay, or unaliving, apologies, and ascetics, of those with the Buddha ascetics, hermits, those that are mystics here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. They can just get over that. What is it that y'all trying to tell me? Like, y'all knocking all the cards out of my hands. I'm not getting it. Loss of a loved one here. The performer. These people are losing their families. I guess Spirit is telling us to pay attention because all these celebrities, family members and stuff, they're losing their families here. Okay? And you're going to know the truth with Truth Seeker here. Yep. That this has been a military type of operation. I don't know what that is here. Child. Earth disaster, diet, and wisdom keeper. Yeah, these people are, it says gluttony of the enlightened. Wounded healers, well informed and wise person. It says gluttony. They're trying to eat. They're trying to cause earth disasters to starve out the wisdom keepers, the enlightened. Child, that's not gonna happen. They can just get over the dumb stuff. Yeah, I'm not lying. The industry. I'm not, let me listen. Definitely, Rose. Definitely. Because you you know. Like starving out. So the one thing that I was paying attention to, I was listening to this one TikToker and stuff, and she was talking about it's like a reporter. They cover a lot of stuff on like conspiracies and stuff, but they were talking about how all of these celebrities are coming out with they real frail and skinny and skeleton like, and they're real gaunt. And what they were talking about, what this person, this reporter was talking, or whoever they are, they were saying that they're trying to like put a false image out there to the collective because we create what happens in the future. We shape the reality that we are in by thinking, all having a collective overall thinking that, oh, we're about to go broke, we're about to go poor, there's going to be famine, there's not going to be enough food, there's going to be war, there's going to be deprivation. When we think these things, they put these images out as false media propaganda to make us think this, because we need to think this shit into existence. They don't have the power to, right? And so what this person was talking about is like, pay attention to all the celebrities, how they all coming out, they're very gaunt, like they're all sunken, skeletal looking and stuff, faces sunk in and stuff. And they were saying how these people, there was the media propaganda, the visual for everybody put across the media for collective to think that that's how we were going to be, so we can think that into existence because that's what they want, so they have more control. However, I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like them motherfuckers looking all sick and gaunt and sunken in because They no longer can suck the energy or siphon the energy of the enlightened ones, the wisdom keepers, the healers, the starseed light workers, the real leaders and stuff. They can no longer siphon the energy. See, we gotta realize that that whatever this devil energy is who has taken over. Oh, Marcus, yeah, whatever it is.
Mommy, can I have put my coat like this?
Don't do. We keep our hands to ourselves in all manners. Do you hear me? Don't snatch his shirt again. Let him see it. I don't think what you're doing is funny. You can go on timeout, and I will give you a whole 15 minutes to sit and think about it. You know I don't like bullies. Find you something safe to do, or I will bully you. Do you hear me? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I be trying to stop my children from doing that. I don't like a fucking bully, bro. They know they will get that. They will get a spanking for that. I do not like a bully. You will not grow up and be a bully. So anyways, like I was saying about that, like they were saying that that's what they were trying to do, but I really don't feel like that. I really feel like, so whatever this entity, this high-ranking demon entity thing is here, that they're trying to usher in here. You got to realize that if you think of this place as a scripted play, or even as a simulation, you got to realize that there are different versions of, if you go to a play, there are many different scripted versions of that play. Be mindful of that. So where the play might play in New York, and people may see that play in this way, it may play in a different state or city, and it may go by a whole completely different script, or a varied script. Some things may not be the same as that original play. Okay? If I can explain it man, look, overplay for underplay, okay? Epstein files, yeah, you know, it's real and stuff. It is a distraction to distract us from something else, okay? That's what's going on. Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth, I don't give a shit about Epstein files. I don't care. Like, people been saying it. Like, what's next? What are they trying to distract us from? They let Donald Trump get his ass on whatever platform and say whatever the hell he wants to say and announce this and announce that, and where everybody's like, oh, and all the media is covering it. What are they trying to distract us from? You get what I'm saying? If they put it on the media, that's not what they want us to pay attention to. If it's all over the net, even if it's being released, even if the Epstein files are real, which I feel and know and think that they are, they're not putting it on the media to entertain, to inform us. They're doing it to entertain us and keep our focus off of something else that is going on. See what I mean? That's what's going on. They control the media. They control every single thing, or at least they gave off the illusion, the mirage that they control everything. They actually only control things through us. So, you know, and now that's over. So now they're trying to distract us here while they do this last minute, you know, plan. And it's like these people, they will stop at nothing and do the most dumbest thing that will end them and everybody here, just to make sure that they don't have to give up control of this realm here, or the beings that are trapped encased in here. Because they know then they have to meet their maker. They have to pay the piper. What's this devil energy? It's a lot going on here. Man, I just seen fucking children. I ain't even trying to go there, bro. Devil energy, ritual sacrifice. Ooh, should I look at this other card? Lord, please. God, please. Fire. They're trying to usher in fire disaster with the ritual sacrifice of the devil. What you mean that's it? Oh. Go back. Athlete. Saintly. Confirmation again. Hashtag war zone. Confirmation on that. We got athlete and saintly. We got fire disaster and ritual sacrifice. So confirmation on that. They're trying to usher in the great reset of the lake of fire. They're fucking with the ground, the earthquakes and all that stuff like that, all that induced man-made stuff here. This is what they're trying to distract us from, because they're trying to activate the volcanoes that are located on the ring of fire. And I said this earlier, this year or last year. I said this last year here. And I kept urging people to pay attention to that volcano in Russia. Is it Russia? It wasn't Russia. It's this particular volcano system is located above trying to think of the name. It is in it's Chinese territory, but above it is like Russia and places like that. Like, I can't really think. It is a huge volcano there. And there have been people that have been watching it because it has been waking up, and it's a huge volcano system, right? I'm trying to think what it's called. The ice volcano systems. I did this message. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to induce volcanic eruptions to start the lake of fire. So they can ritualistically sacrifice to the devil. They feel like that this will be a huge sacrifice to this new devil, Marcus. Okay? They want to sacrifice the saintly, the spiritual warriors here. This is what they're saying. Saintly and athlete. It says savior, a hero, philanthropist here, caretaker, and martyr. Okay? And on this one, it says gladiator, duelist, martial artist, and others. Gladiator is nothing but a warrior here. What this is talking about the saintly warriors, the spiritual warriors, those that have to stand up, those that fight for the army and the cause of the Most High God source, right? They want to go ahead and distract us here with this gluttony and greed. They can no longer feed off of us. But this also says famine and dehydration here, okay? Of the wisdom keepers, the healers, okay? They can no longer feed off of us, so they are dying. Loss of a loved one, okay? They can't have their military and force their military upon us, because they know that it's not going to fucking work. It's been nothing but short of a disaster here. Because I don't know if y'all paid attention or not, but people ain't fucking going with that shit with ICE. They're just not. Like, we tired of that shit. We tired of these motherfuckers killing us. We're tired. People are tired of that shit. They're not going with ICE. ICE can get their block knocked the fuck off, or they can have fucking several seats. So they know that shit's not going to work here. So their last ditch attempt here, okay, they couldn't make us sick. They're all getting sick. They are weakened, in a weakened state. That's why the motherfucking celebrities are looking all skin tight, frail, Skeletor, Crypt Keeper looking asses. It's not because they're trying to put out propaganda. That's the propaganda, to think that they're putting that out. But what it really is they are trying to cover up the fact that they are starving to death, because you are awakening. And they can't, as long as you're in your awakened state, they can't siphon your energy. They may siphon some, but not as much to keep them alive. That's what's going on. So now they're trying to induce volcanic eruptions, because I seen another news coverage story where they're talking about they're monitoring Yellowstone. Sit the fuck down. They just sit the fuck down. They're not monitoring it. They're doing stuff to it. They're trying to induce volcanic eruptions here so they could do a global scale ritualistic sacrifice to the new devil, who is Marcus. Okay? Because I kept hearing that name when they were on Ben's yacht. On Ben's yacht in the middle, off that dock in the middle of the ocean here, praying that there was no wires or wire taps, so thinking divine beings couldn't tap into their conversations, but they were talking about what was going on there. But they sit right on the ocean. If you around the element, divine beings can tap into you here. Yeah, but these motherfuckers are crazy to think that that's even gonna work. And there you go. I was trying not to go there here. They are crazy to think that they can cause a global reset here, or they can induce a global reset, and then they have a way to cheat death, so to speak, and then try and inhabit the rainbow children of the new earth. That's what they want. That's what they want. It's not gonna fucking happen. Yeah, these people gonna be executed for all the child sacrifices here. The children that they banished here back in the Western times, the government, ritualistic sacrifices, all here. It's there. It's just like they need to give it up, but they just not. They just don't want to give it up. Like, these people are so demonically and entity possessed and riddled with entities. It's crazy. They really invoke this crazy ass big ass demon Marquise and fucking Asmodeus. And you know what? I denounce you motherfuckers. Go back to the pits of hell and the chains that you deserve to be in. Cause I sure got that download. I kept hearing the word Marcus. But I guess there's a demon named Marquise. I kept getting that name when they were having the meeting on the yacht. Like, it's not gonna work here. It's not gonna work. They really think that they're gonna embody the vessels of divine being children. Okay, these will be rainbow children, crystal children. They're known as circle. I'm telling you, tree of life. They really think that this is their way. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. What else do you have for this message? Paka Mama, Ashay, do you have anything that you want to say? Because I'm simply put, collective, I am tired of paying attention to these raggedy motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I'm getting the divine messages. I'm giving out the downloads here, but what's next? When we gonna whoop some fucking ass, bro? When we gonna whoop some demon ass? When we gonna come out this motherfucker swinging and shit? We know what the problem is. When we finna whoop some fucking ass? I'm tired of kids being stolen, Salah. You know, I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of people being murdered in the street. I'm tired of kids coming up missing and shit. People coming up missing. Motherfucker putting human meat in a fucking food, bro. Poison in the air. I'm tired of this shit. Ice going around. You can't just knock on people's door and just take people off. Just say you stealing people. Just say you done legalize pedophilia and kidnapping and shit. I'm tired of that shit. When we gonna whoop some fucking ass? I'm tired of that shit. The serpent and the rattle. I'm just saying. I really don't give a shit what they put it on me on media. Don't pay attention to none of that shit. Don't pay attention to none of that shit. You know what you do, collective? You focus on you. You focus on your prayers. You on your protection. You focus on your healing. You focus on strengthening your mind, body, and soul. You focus on having the most strengthened connection with God as you can. And you'll know what to do next. When the time comes, you know what to do next. Because I don't give a shit what these motherfuckers doing. When we gonna kick their ass, God? That's what I want to know. We got the giveaway and the arrow in the reverse. God said he'll give people express or downloads. This is what this saying. This arrow pointing downward with the giveaway. You're going to get the message. The people going to get the message when they need be. Focus on your healing with the medicine wheel. Can't make it up. Focus on your healing. That's the best we can do right now. Okay? Focus on your healing and staying connected to the earth. Focus on healing the earth here. Because they sweating fucking bullets behind them. They know they can't do shit. They got the wisdom knowing they can't do shit. They sweating bullets. You find out when enough people wake up on this plane of existence and be like, we all taking our power back, then all that other shit is gonna be obsolete. Like it already is. It's coming apart, unraveling here. It's just over. These people gonna be ghosts, or they're being surrounded by the spirit, those of the spiritual realm, or those that suffered that were unalive unjustly at the hands of these wicked. I don't know what you want to call these idiots. You know. So it's gonna come out. The ritualistic sacrifices from the celebrities again. It's just distractions here. We already know that was going on. People been telling us. Okay. What's next? What's after the earth? Earth. Again, they sweating bullets. Show ass, Mr. Postman. Because the knowledge has been found or been retained or been kept here. Oh, by the council. There they go. I shade to the Galactic Council. I shade to the council of my highest good. The council. Oh, okay. They stalk that ass now. The council said, oh, you thought? They said, oh, you thought? Oh, they thought collective. They said, oh, you thought? The council. Look how they looking. Look like they just chilling. This what they thought. But now the council said quite on the contrary, my friend. We stalking you. Oh, sucks to be them. Walked their ass right into a trap. They said these people are infantiles. These beings or these entities here that possess these people, they are infantiles to think that they could even target, stop, or prey on the council? You can't even fucking get out of this matrix. They really think that they're going to have a place to hide here until the new earth is born and they're going to be able to inhabit or the vessels of the new earth children, the spirit baby vessels, the rainbow children. So, man, please. Man, please. They really think that they're going to be able to go into a ghost realm, possibly in the in-between. That's probably what they're doing with CERN. They're opening up portals that allow them a hiding space or an alternate parallel. While this place they think will be fucking destroyed by the ring and the lake of fire and everything on it. So then when it's safe and the new earth is born and it's all love and light and it's all gold and high vibrational, they think they're going to come out of that fucking portal, that ghost realm here, and inhabit the vessels of divine children of the new earth. It's not going to fucking happen. And that's according to the Galactic Council. Because if you think that God don't prepare for this, don't prepare the council for this, they are sadly mistaken. The Galactic Council said they own these new big bad Billy badass fucking entities asses. Like who the fuck you gonna overthrow? Man, I'm tell you right now, Raynetta Jones, if nobody ever watched her, I ain't came across her in a long time. I pray that she's in good spirits, healthy, and man, beautiful, beautiful black woman. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love her. Love her. She's one of the people that I follow. She talks of the strange things. Definitely believe her because I know I resonate with what she says 100%. Okay. She spoke of, and then what she spoke of, I had a dream, a confirmation dream of that exact thing last year. And if these motherfuckers think that they're going to gain access to the realm of the Galactic Council, the Most High God source, it's just not going to happen. What is going to happen at the very, very most is there will be an unleashing of blinding sun light that will vaporize these fucking entities that think that they're big, bold, and bad. If they think, because I seen it, I dreamt it, I seen it. Flow, the curse, magic, and the seer. They really think that they found a way to curse magic or use curses. Or they really found they thought they found a good way where it was flowing very well or going very well, where they were using curse magic on seers here, the beloved seers here. They really thought that they had shit going. They were, with the sun energy, they were blinded by the lights. They were delusionally blinded to think that they had this shit going. Because when they thought that they were planning something behind the scenes to, I don't know, overthrow or gain access to the Galactic Council, the council was making plans of their own. So this is another thing, collective. Sometimes there are casualties in war, especially a spiritual war. These people were allowed to do the curses and the magic here because so long as they thought that that was working, they wouldn't be trying to come with a plan, another plan, an alternate plan. You get what I'm saying? So they're made to then Barracuda, don't watch it. Like, you know, that's a possibility. Like, jeez, I definitely wouldn't sit there and, you know, yeah, they definitely need to go and find the hackers. But like I was saying, like, they wanted it's like occupying children. These entities that think that they're big and bad and shit and they all powerful and they can overthrow the council and God, like Salah, you know what I mean? Like, they're like children. They're having temper tantrums. They just can't have their way on controlling the world the way that they want to, or this matrix. They can't continue to use the divine beings. So it's like you give them a little toy. Their little toy is all this little dark magic and witchcraft and shit that they do. And sometimes it happens that way, collective. Yes, sometimes we're used. They're allowed to do these things because they need the Most High, the divine, need these entities to be occupied so long with thinking that this shit is just going swimmingly well here. Okay? They need them to be so occupied with that they won't be thinking of a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, because the Galactic Council are already setting plans B, C, D, E, F, G in motion as well. I mean, of themselves. So they need them to be distracted to think that this spell work and everything, they wanted these people, these entities to think that they can establish these codes and covens and that they can convince their members that they actually were going to be able to destiny swap with divine beings. You were never going to destiny swap. Never. You were never going to get their destinies, their gifts, their powers, no nothing. You have been heavily under heavy delusion. But they are allowed to look that way. I gained the knowledge of how to deceive in that manner to let people think that they are winning. Why you make a silent exit and they're left alone, because if you're not there, there's no win-lose. There's no one to compare it to. There's not another there's not another object or another I be having the words in my head, collector. They just don't come out sometimes. There's not another factor here to even compare a win to a lose. If it's one person, who wins and loses? There's no such thing. There's no win and there's no lose. Thinking that they're going to destiny swap by doing these curses and spells and stuff. So, you know, like the destiny, the energy thereof, the frequency of it, it is catered to each and every last one, each and every last divine being specifically. Each one is catered to your spiritual gifts, your destiny, your divine path, your mission, what it is that you need to do, the people you come across, the gifts, the abundance, the favor, the everything is catered specifically. Each one of them tweets. There is not one destiny that is alike. alike because it is catered and locked into your energy, and there's only a code that allows this locked mechanism to work, cater to you, specifically to that particular divine beings, for people to think that they actually were going to destiny swap and be able to embody the energy that it takes to hold that, or embody the divine being's destiny, and not having the proper teachings, healing tests, to be able to embody the energy that it takes for a divine being to hold on to what is catered to them. They are sadly fucking mistaken. Everybody, it's a ruse. It's a fucking ruse. All you cult leaders, covens. But yeah, they've been hooked. Them motherfucking cult leaders and covens and shit like that. It's a ruse. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled by the Galactic Council and the Divine and the Most High God Source. You were never going to be able to embody, still, or inhabit or swipe a divine being's destiny. Your vessel, body, soul, and spirit, or lack thereof. It's not strong or pure enough in order to embody or in the essence of that level of purity. It will, like the sun, like that dream that I had, it will fucking destroy you. The moment that these entities think that they're going to break into the realm of the divine, the ethers, the realm of the Galactic Council, the God, the moment they think that they're going to break through, they will be disintegrated to nothingness by the light, the purity of the sun, the light that God is, the light that the ethers are. Their bodies and vessels aren't strong enough to even look at the fucking sun on this realm. And that's a fucking holographic sun. They can't even stand to look at the sun. How do they think that they're going to go on a realm where the fucking sun is not a holograph? It's real there. And there is at least 4 or 5 different suns, a red one, an orange one, a blue one. I mean, we just gonna table that for a black sun. And they think that they won't get burnt by the sun. I'm talking about decimated, disintegrating to nothingness. You rise from the ashes, Phoenix. Marquis, like, no, denounce. Access is fucking denied. That's all I got to say. Like, it's not going to happen. The purity, the level of light that you have to even embody to get on those realms, these people would not be able to hold it or withstand it. I don't know why they keep doing this. Like, they really think that they're going to climb up the tree of life and they're going to what? The tree of life from the middle realm here, hidden, secret, right? And they're going to reverse time, or they're just going to have time to become the luminous warriors, the children of the luminous warrior. I don't know what the fuck that they thought here. Tell me what these people thought. Again, they thought that they were going to target, break through the upper realms, the upper echelons here. The light would kill them. The light would kill them. There's actually other shit put in place. Yep, I'm talking too much. Just trying to figure out the many paths, how to hunt down divine beings so they can steal enough of their essence here and break through into the upper realms. Because the rainbow is a bridge. This is what they're trying to do. I guess Spirit is saying only time will tell. You're going to see who the divine, luminous, spiritual warriors are in due time. It's being hidden. They really think that they're going to come out victorious. Not. Oh, you got some in the sky that's just waiting on the motherfucking, they waiting on the drum roll. They waiting on the trumpet to be born, because there's the heart of the sky and then the thunder and the Indian cross. And they said that at this time, these sorcerers or these entities that use sorcery here, they're going to see how divine beings going within, going in hermit mode, reconnecting with their higher self and God here, doing the healing others, leading others, awakening others. They're going to see the harvest. We're about to see our harvest pay off, our hard work, everything that we've done pay off. Because the combat is going to be like swift. They're just silly. A noble sorcerer is spiraling out of control because the cycle has closed. The portals are closed. And we got the earth keepers that have witnessed everything. Everybody that band together with the circle, with these dark sorcerers, these dark high priestess and shit like that, to target and the upper world has seen everything. The upper world, the ancient ones of the upper world has seen everything. How they try to sacrifice divine fucking beings here. These motherfuckers at a standstill, just sit and wait. They know it. They can't get into those realms. It's too light. It's too light. It will literally, it's going to fucking... All right, and so that's pretty much what's going on. Wind, the drum, wild woman, and the beauty way. Lightning and the serpent. Didn't I say this shit gon' Oh, Spirit is saying they didn't fucking learn. Tried to build that tower to the heavens. They didn't learn when they ass was struck down then. Remember what is the Tower of Babel? They didn't learn. You didn't learn. These motherfucking entities didn't learn when you were struck the fuck down then. You were trying to build a tower to the heavens. You think you're going to go to the highest mountain here? You think you're going to go to the highest mountain, which is the holy mountain, wherever that is located? Where's the holy mountain, y'all? I'm in the loss for thought of where the actual holy mountain is. But they think they're going to go to the holy mountain and they're going to build a tower to the heavens. And then they're going to use some type of powerful weapon here that Elon Musk and AI built and break through the barriers of the upper realm here and get into and then be able to get into those upper echelons where the Galactic Council reside and everything, and they're going to be able to overthrow them that way. The sun is going to burning bitches down. They didn't learn from the Tower of Babel. This is what this is saying. Yeah, look, they're going to journey. When they tried to take that journey up the Tower of Babel, snake their ass, they way up. What happened? God struck their ass down off that tower, blew that motherfucker to smithereens. This time, they're going to think that they're getting up to an upper realm, and there's something waiting there for them. Pure sunlight. Pure sunlight of several different suns. I'm talking about it's going to burn their ass in every fucking color. Red, green, blue, orange, purple, okay, red, black, and white. All of the suns are there. You get what I'm saying? The lights of those suns in every color spectrum. Well, if they think that they're going to sneak in fucking ultraviolet light and they're going to be invisible or something in night ray vision, they're going to get their ass burnt in every fucking color. You get what I'm saying? They can try and dress themselves up as such. It's not going to happen. The realms are too encoded. You definitely got to be a divine being, and you have to have a certain code in order to go past certain realms. Period. You have to have a certain code. Trust. I know it's strange, but collective, I'll explain to y'all more later. I explain to you how every last one of your spiritual gifts, your tests, they all have serial numbers, so to speak. Those serial numbers, they match the serial numbers to your energy. Okay. Every gift, every spiritual gift, every protection, every guardian, every ancestor, okay? Every treasure, every Akashic record, every key. It is catered with serial numbers that only are unlocked by your energetic serial code. Nobody else has your serial code. Everybody has their own for those that can access it, okay? Like, it's not that simple as people think. Like, I'm going to switch bodies with collective. I'm going to destiny swap. Salah. It's just not possible. They have been heavily duped. And that's why so many people that's fucking going down, they scraping and scrambling, they run around like roaches when you cut the lights on in the kitchen, because they are coming to the realization that they never were going to get to the destinies of the divine beings. That's why they all fucking sick out here. Trying to do their last minute dark magic. Like, sit that shit down. That shit, I hear about render that shit powerless. Like we tired. What's next? Who ass we finna whoop? What demons we finna exercise, bro? Cause we tired. Like, but fuck all them dumb karmic shits trying to fucking steady destiny swap so they can be seen in the limelight as a divine being. You can't even, you don't even have the power, the capability, the mentality, the strength, the courage, no nothing, the know-how on how to fight these fucking entities that's gonna come after your motherfucking family, your babies, your children, your grandparents, your everybody you love. You don't even have the mental capacity for any of that shit. All you care about is destiny swapping to be somebody, to look like somebody on a fucking camera. Idiots. A fucking idiot. What's next? Who asked we need to whoop next, right? Last minute messages, because I'm ready to end this live. Child, look at Amut. I'll show you to Amut. This says devastation, okay? Devastation. I'm ready to whoop some motherfucking entity ass. I'm just be honest with y'all. Everybody ain't got to go along with it. You know, I'm going to heal my people, wake my people up, make sure I help get my people out and help them get their power back. But I'm ready to whoop some motherfucking entity ass. I got a lot of anger inside of me. Who better to take it out than any the demons and the entities? Who better? Sometimes trauma don't break you. Sometimes trauma gives you a mental agility beyond this world. And I'm ready to kick some fucking demon ass. I done seen them bitches in real life and everything. Like, what's next? Now we're over the fears and stuff. Now I don't have nobody to support me. Nobody loves me. No husband. Children turn against me. You know, I've been violated so many times. Now, been made homeless, been lost a lot, gained nothing. You know what I mean? Like, what's next? Like, who ass can I kick, God? Like, just give me the word. All God got to do is give me the word. Who ass can I kick? These even don't have no fucking power no more over my life. This my shit. This my shit. I exited. I came back willingly. This my shit. They don't have no power over my life. I ain't even going for that shit now. No more. No more. No more. No more. Last minute messages. Death and rebirth here. Okay. Osiris energy. I'll check. Kepri change. They're trying to change the death and rebirth. It's just like, what else? Last minute messages. No, it's just over. There are other realms, they haven't faded. The fabric of the other holographic realms they created, it has fallen apart. It really has. Nobody cares. It's like kids throwing tantrums. I'm ready to get my belt to ass, spiritual belt to ass. I just don't want to give up the realm. I don't want to give up the divine being's energy. Well, go fucking heal. Understanding new energy, I'll say. Yeah, they ain't gonna create shit. I hear you they ain't gonna bust a grape in a fucking fruit fight. You gonna stand under what you stand the fuck under, and you gonna be them entities are gonna be, they're gonna stand under what it is that they are fucking governed by. They ain't gonna create a motherfucking thing. I heard they ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight with the creation. That's really what I'm getting. Like, this just like stay in your motherfucking place. You ain't finna create a motherfucking splash up here in the ethers with the council. It's just that's weird. We got Thoth here. Shit, Thoth said, defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. They said, we got it. They got it. We got plenty of backup with Aquarius, genius to experiment with, the discoveries of, resulting from the eccentricity of. And Mercury, the awareness of, many thoughts about or from, and many words. Okay? So collective, oh my God, like, I just don't, Barracuda, I'm just going to say this to you, okay? If you can't listen to it, don't listen, okay? If it bothers you, understandable, okay? Understandable. You just won't be one of the ones. It's fine. Child, you are allowed your opinion and not to listen. I definitely wouldn't sit and listen to something that you can't stand to hear. Anyways, I give you grace, love. Hopefully you come to the inner and understanding that you need. It may not be this one, but hopefully you find the answers that you need within self or wherever it is that you go to and migrate to. Okay. And that's for my good little friend Barracuda dash PI, that I had to put on timeout. Like hopefully they come back, may come out of their little temper tantrum kitty timeout and stuff and talk like they got some sense. Otherwise, just don't watch. Like we're not doing that, collective. If you don't like the messages, cool, click off. I'm not forcing nobody to watch, bro. When we getting into we really in some really serious times. Don't nobody have time for people trolling. They really don't. They really don't. Cause it's gonna be so many people that be on that trolling shit, trying to discredit what people like to say. It's gonna be the same people that be like, please help me, please. I don't know what to do. And it's just gonna be like, I just don't want to hear it. Like, I don't know what else to tell. Like, I can't instruct people that don't want to be instructed. I can't teach you or give you the information if you're not going to utilize it. Like, it's just like, get off the channel. Just weird. Please contribute. Please contribute to our overall success and our overall overcoming these fucking demons and entities once for all. Okay? I'll see y'all later. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all for tuning in, tapping in, and collective, stay safe, stay prayed up, stay protected, okay? Study all forms and methods of protection, spiritual and physical. Study them. Put them into utilize them. You can never have too much protection, And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll release y'all with love and light. And as I always like to say in the last live, don't let this world define you. Define yourself like I define me, because I'm your girl, Shay, the dual alchemist, your dual-natured being. And I love being of service to y'all, collective. Thank y'all for supporting the channel, supporting me, tuning in and tapping in. And I will see you guys on the next one. Stay prayed up.